Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Herman Electro. I'm going to try playing as Edmund again today, who starts with the Canes of Randomness, or whatever they're called. What are they called? Cane of Fortune, to re-roll target tile. Very weird. I presume I cannot use it on the upward-facing stair. You know what? I can? Wow! I have to just try it right here at the beginning. It turned it into a pit. Okay. Had to try it. I'm okay with just losing that cane. It seems very difficult to play with. Like, it's hard for me to imagine exactly how to take advantage of this throughout. I could just pour my bucket of water here and everything would be fine, because this is connected through here. And so cutting this off would also cut this off. Yes, I feel good about that. So I'll just spend my bucket of water to solve the first puzzle without even looking at the other rooms just yet. Take my brick, but basically my plan is to focus on doing the entire floor just with my normal mechanics, and then spending the canes at the end, especially if I can like bonus up a something. Alright, so if I just leave this down and on, I could put a brick here and go get that. So that's one brick to solve another puzzle. That's fine with me. That is correct, right? Yeah. I only glanced at it. But it all makes sense. That gets me a gun. It sounds like the final room is also going to have a guard who's going to try to kill me. It has two guards, in fact. Not sure how I feel about that. Let's see. I would need... I could probably re-roll this. Let's try using a cane. This is actually a good spot to use a cane, I think. Except this is gonna let the guard out. I see now the problem. So the moment I step here, even if I step back, I think one of the guards is gonna get out. Is there any way to change that? I don't think so. Yeah, and they both immediately move. So they're coming right for me. And I only have one bullet in the gun. So I don't see how I'm going to do this. Yeah, I already wasted a cane kind of earlier. I think I tried this once before, but I cannot use a cane. Oh, I can use a cane on the tile the guard is on. Oh, wow. I turned the tile he was on, which I guess had a wire, got it, that's why I was allowed to change it, into that. Okay, that's interesting. I'm glad I'm just kind of playing around with some stuff. And so what if I change this into a bit of wood? Alright, that kind of does nothing, and I'm kind of just toast at this point. So let's go ahead and just kind of restart. But, yeah, I still think this character is going to be very difficult to play well. So we'll just have to see what we can do. Okay, one plank. Obvious solution with one plank. Let's just do it. Gets me a saw. Take a look over here. One saw would also get me this. Let's just do it. I'm trying to play a little bit faster, even if it means not doing a global evaluation of all the possible resources I could spend in all the possible rooms. Well, kind of because of that. Both because I would like to just try to make some progress and unlock something, and also because this character, like the randomness, could save me or kill me in a variety of different ways. Okay, I have a brick. So let's toggle this. Aha! And with this down, I can see that I would want this on, but I want to leave this off. So now I could just walk over there and get the thing, and I can hold it down with the brick. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my overall plan. I might do some editing in this episode if I end up not having much success with this character, because I really want the kind of series in general to make progress. I have a wire cutter. I can use the same logic that I did when I saw this room moments ago. This time using a wire cutter rather than a water bucket in order to get through this room. And it looks like there's a bonus room to the south. And so this type of bonus room, I know how to free up one of them. However, this is an excellent place to consider using a cane in case it turns something into wood or glass, because then I might be able to free up both and get some extra stuff. Okay, so here's where I'm going to use a cane. It turned it into glass. Fantastic. That means I can do this. I've now freed up this guy and the other guy, and so I can do something like this. Let's turn off the cane since I don't need them. And go get that. It's a map. Haven't had one of those in forever and a day. And let's also go get this. It's pickaxe. Haven't had one of those in forever and a day. Alright, so that's some exciting bonus super tools do not get converted into canes as we travel through floors with this character. And I still have one wire cutter, which I can hopefully... one wire cutter, huh? Somehow use to do something? If I cut the wire right here, both of these will go off. There we go. So this wire means there won't be any flour flowing into either side of the gate. Great. All right, and then this is the exit, and I have a saw, and can't immediately turn the saw. I could transform this, though. This also feels worth it. This seems likely to transform into something not a power source, and therefore get me a bucket of water, which is just going to turn back into a cane, so that actually wasn't worth it. I don't know what I was thinking of there. Alright, so I spent a cane, I got a bucket of water, which turned back into a cane. That's fine. Alright, so we have a plank to start this one off. I wonder if I should go ahead and reveal the map. I'm going to try to hold on to it in case I come across a bomb, because I really like to use maps in conjunction with bombs. To learn more about how bits of the game behave. In this room, currently he can't get there. Planks, by the way, it says in the tooltip, and I can't remember if I've used this on camera, bridge a gap or block animal movement. If you put a plank on the ground somewhere, the guard will not choose to walk across it. Not sure exactly how to really take advantage of that, but it's a thing worth knowing. If I stepped on the pressure plate, the gate would open and the trapdoor would open, so I wouldn't have an escape, and the guard would get out, but it would let me in. It feels kind of weird. Yeah, I don't love that room. So let's take a look at the other two that are available to us. There is space in between the two guards here, so they could cluster up and possibly both fall in the same hole or something. There are two different power sources powering the gates. And the wires go in a variety of directions, so that's going to be potentially difficult to do, although this is a place where I think a cane is likely to help me solve the problem. If I were to put a cane on this bit to the right, well, it would have to be here too, because there's two different places the wires are coming in. What about right here? And I could walk back out. I'm going to take a risk. Yes, let's take a risk and try a cane here. So yeah, a cane as getting rid of wires seems to be one of the more reliable things you can do with it, because most of the things I've seen a cane transform a tile into, while it does sometimes have wires, like oftentimes it's just like a block of concrete or a block of glass, sorry. And so that could be a way to use a cane, like, instead of a wire cutter. All right, this complicated looking room. There is a sticky button that's going to stay down here. But it looks like I'd be able to turn this off on the way back out. So if I walked in here, don't worry about what's behind me. This will go up. Not exactly certain where the power is coming from here. I guess here. Yeah, this is off, and so there's not gate. Ooh. So there's a chance that this sends power into here, which then conducts power down to here and turns this section off. However, if it did, I would have a plank to get over this, but then I need something to get over this, or alternatively, I could transform this with the cane so that it was no longer conducting, and probably get this back into the state that it's currently in, and then walk all the way across here. And then what about this? I would want power here. Oh. Which means I would want this on, but that's, well, if I was going to be turning this off. It seems like that's going to turn this on, though. Can I do that after the fact? I could also just use a saw here, it looks like. Because one saw here, I could step on this, it would conduct the power to here, and then I could just walk in and out. And that actually feels pretty good. You usually have to spend at least one resource. Saws are pretty valuable. But yeah, I could totally just walk in and walk out, so far as I can tell. So let's do it. Saw, kablam, kablam. Sure, whatever. And we got a wire cutter and a plank. I'm not sure. Like, it would be tempting to walk in here, but the moment I step on this, they're already gonna, these doors are gonna open, they're gonna come towards me. If I had like one extra step, I might be able to like block it back up. And I can't get close enough to use my cane because I need to use it on adjacent tiles first to try to kill these guys. I could use some random canes and see like if it creates a pit or something else destructive that then I could just kill them all on. If I wanted to go kind of random that way. That would be a possibility. The wire cutter doesn't seem like it's going to help me all that much. The planks, I don't see a good way to have that help me all that much just yet. Yeah, so it feels like that might be a room where I want to use some canes because I don't see good ways about it. But remind me what's here to the north because I've forgotten. So yeah, if I might be using canes anyway. If I walked in here. Well, yeah, since I have plank, I can walk in here. Now I need a way to kill this guy or deal with him. If I bridge over this, it's not going to be a pit for him to fall in. However, I could cut the wire first, get him to walk over here, have him open this up. And then he could fall in the pit. But then I still need to get in. I could just plank over him, so it would be a wire cutter and a plank. That seems acceptable to me. So I choose to spend the wire cutter in order to lay a trap for this guard, who can now fall in the pit. Great. And then I will plank over him and grab my toolbox, which gives me a brick and another door. To the north we have Lots of covered pits, which I do believe these guys do activate. So I could throw a brick in, walk a circle, and then use a plank to get back out. Given the set of resources that I have, that looks pretty fine to me. So I think I will choose to do that. So pick this up, and then use a plank to get back out. But now it does seem like we are headed back into that bottom left room with fewer resources than we had before. So that doesn't make me too thrilled. Let's see if I can come up with something clever. Can the pickaxe be used on... It cannot be used on the outer walls of the rooms. Alright. I could cane and try to kill them. I could... Currently, there's no way to kill these guys in this room. If I had a brick, I'm curious. If I had stepped on this and they all started coming towards me, and then I was standing here and I threw the brick onto this, which would try to shut the doors on them, it would probably like lift them up so they're standing on top of the doors or something. You know, I don't think I've ever tried to do that. That could be an interesting thing to try at some point. But I feel like I need to use my cane somewhere, somehow, to try something. And I'm still not sure what. What seems the most likely? I just have a plank. Like, a plank is really not great here. Actually, maybe a plank is great. What if I walk in here, get them all chasing me, walk back out, somehow go down here, put the plank down behind me that they don't like to cross, and they'd all get stuck? No, I'd want to put it right here and have them stuck over here and then walk all the way around here and go back in. That seems plausible. So let's give that a try. I could... No, I can't use a cane on an empty tile on the floor. I was going to just try to like create some blocks that they couldn't step on behind me perhaps as well. Alright, but let's give this a try. Okay, so here they all come. Oh, what happened there? Oh, the door shutting on him killed him. That's not how I thought that behaved. Okay, I just learned a thing. So I could kill, sadly, only one of the other guards right now this way. No, I killed two of them. It goes instantly. It goes before the guards move. Okay, I'm actually learning tons of stuff. This is super great. He is 2 steps behind me. I think I can still implement my other plan, but this is an important mechanic that somehow I had failed to learn before. And it's super important. If he's 2 steps behind me, I won't be able to kill him here. Walking him back through, so I think I do still need to use my plank as planned. And so I'm going to try to use it in exactly the same place that I had planned to, which is right here. I'm going to say plank on the floor here. You don't cross it. You're going to stay walking around over there because you're confused and don't know what to do. I'm going to come walk in here, get my toolbox, and I guess if I walk all the way to here, I'll be okay. I need to kind of race you out to the exit, but I can walk all the way to here and then start walking down. Okay. Okay, learned important information there. Doors that rise up underneath guards do kill the guards. I currently have 1 brick. Let's take a look at, presumably there's a shop here to the south. Okay, I don't have anywhere near all of that stuff, so that's never going to happen. And a brick versus... Yeah, there's always a chance it has 2 things in it, so let's just go nuts. It's got a gun. Alright, either way, it's going to be transformed into a cane. But maybe on this level I'll end up using the map? Question mark. Well, right now there's only one way to go, and I've got 2 saws. So I don't know that I want to reveal the map just yet. Okay. It looks like I want to conduct power here, or use my pickaxe. If I tried to conduct the power here, it would involve stepping here, leaving these wires on, stepping here, and stepping here. And yeah, that seems like it's going to require planks or saws or something. Yeah, how would I even do that? Yeah, I feel like this is made to use my pickaxe, sadly. Is there any chance that a cane would help me first by transforming it into wood? Well, yes, maybe. How many canes would I be willing to spend in order to try to get lucky and get a wood transform off this concrete? Let's say 2. So I'm going to try to transform it twice. It turned into a pit, which gives me another possible way to win the room, but not one that I can take advantage of right now. And that turned it back into concrete, so that didn't really work out in my favor. Alright, that's fine. In that case, I'll do this. I'll get 2 buckets of water, which also possibly could have been used in this room. There is a bomb, which I might be able to set off remotely somehow, somewhere. 2 buckets of water. I could put like the bomb in this corner, place a bucket of water here, be standing on the power source, place a bucket of water to the north, the power would be conducted over to the bomb would explode, and then I could get this. So that's a way to solve that with 2 buckets of water. And I don't think there'd be a way with 1 bucket of water, because I need to like conduct it an extra square. If I just push the bomb into this corner, it would free up the thing, but it would also kill me at the same time. I could also use a saw to tear down the metal wall, push the bomb into the corner, and then a water bucket to turn the power back on to explode it. So that's another possibility. So actually, since there's multiple possible ways that I could spend resources to solve that room, let's take a peek at this one and see if it requires a resource or not. In this one, this is not a very nice room. We have pits and covered pits. How would you possibly... Oh, electricity, there's, I didn't notice them at first. There are actually trapdoors that can be turned on over here. So if the power flowed all the way through here, so it seems like I could use a saw and a water bucket, maybe. So walk over to the button, turn on the button, cut through here. No, because then this gate would go up. Seems like I'd need both water buckets. This is not pretty. If I just walk over here, There's no power on to ever turn these things on. Could I imagine another way? Like, a single saw isn't going to help me here. It mostly allows me to tear down a metal wall and then kind of re-erect the conductivity using the water bucket. But the gate is going to shut. I guess I could cut this one down. So I could walk in here, cut the upper right one down, collect my tools, and then pour... Except for then the gate would come up and kill me, right? Based on what I just learned. So that wouldn't work. And if I tried to put the water bucket from the south, then I'd be electrified trying to get back out. So that doesn't work. So right now I don't see any possible solution to this room. What if I get my tools first, then chop my way down, stand on this thing, walk back out, and spend a single water bucket? Yes, one water bucket can solve this room. Let's re-verify that. I get this, I have to spend the saw as well. So saw and a water bucket. I am okay with that because I see nothing better, and I just want to make sure I understand all this correctly. Okay, so. Also, I got another saw, which is great. So I'm going to saw this. I'm going to stand on this. And then I'm going to water bucket here in order to put those up. Okay, great. So I also gained a brick. The upper room, I believe I could solve with the saw and a water bucket if I needed to. And this room, somewhere in the center, I might be able to saw my way in, but it would be nice to take a look at what's in there first. Suppose I walked over here and stood on this. This would go away. These would open and I would get my look. And I could toggle it back. So let's see. Yeah, first just get a look at what's inside before we make any permanent choices. Oh, wow, battering ram. Can battering rams go through doors? I don't remember if I know that information. But basically the left-hand side has my toolbox. So if it looks like this, then what? Even if I had the battering ram like from the back and push through this door and push through this door, I'd still have trouble getting the toolbox because I pushed the battering ram on top of the toolbox. So that's not great. So I am quite uncertain how I might deal with that. Honestly, using a cane to the south of here and hoping the wire goes away seems... Well, no, I'd want the wire on. I want the wire on there. And my cane can't reach any of these squares. So let's see, this is currently not powered. So I want this powered to keep the gate open. Can you pour a water bucket on top of a NOT gate and just convert it into a conductor? Probably yes, although it also... Then I couldn't get out because I get electrocuted. I have a brick and a saw. Suppose I did use the saw here, it would open up both ends of this with the battering ram, but the battering ram can't go through the concrete walls, so it doesn't feel like that really helps me. I could push it as a bridge over one step. Which I guess If I had it fall in this hole, then I'd be able to walk over here and use a cane or a water bucket or something. But that still seems pretty weird. I kind of want to learn about the battering ram mechanics, but I also kind of... You know what? I could roll the dice on a cane here and hope that it turns into something non-conductive, and that would give me access to the battering ram. Although if I did, then even if I like battering rammed up here... How would I end up cutting the power? And if that's destroyed, there's still concrete in these two squares, so even if this one is gone... If this one's gone, and this is down, I could maybe battering ram to the left here, but then the battering ram's still in the way of getting them. So I could break the door, but then I still wouldn't be able to get at the toolbox because the battering ram would be in the way, is what I'm thinking. Basically, I don't see a solution to this one yet, and so since I did see a solution that I believe involved a saw and a water bucket in the puzzle on top, I'm going to choose to go that way instead. So yeah, saw and a water bucket both in that square is what I was planning to do. So let's give it a try. So, tear down the metal wall, push the bomb into place, recreate conductivity, bomb blows up, I get a toolbox, and another exit. Go me, go me, go, go, go me. Okay, what do we have here? Any of these turn on wires, which make it so you can't exit the room. I just have bricks and canes. And there's Baddie McBadface, who also wants to something something. This room does not look good for me. Yeah, even with a cane, like, I don't see any kind of hope of finishing that room, so let's go look back to the south. My short-term memory is not very good because I have absolutely no idea what's down here right now.